Hi and welcome back to Cafe Chronicles. Dan and Steve here. We're going to do this week a little bit more than we thought we would last week with assembling the bike. As Dan said, please demons of chance, don't take this from us.
This is the old shock, this is the new shock. I'm not going to get into the detail on the piggyback and twin tube versus monoshock and all that fun stuff. The unfortunate thing is that this one is heavier than this one because lightness is always better. But there is a benefit because if you look, the rod in the old one is up here at the top and the rod in the new one is down here at the bottom. So when you link this up to your bike, the heavy part is going to be attached to the frame, which is supported by the spring. The heavy part here is at the bottom, which is attached to the swing arm. So every time that the swing arm goes over the bump, this spring has to control the entire accelerated weight of the swing arm, the tire, and the heavy part of the shock. Whereas now, the heavy part of the shock is going to be bolted to the frame, which is called sprung weight versus unsprung weight. And then the unsprung weight itself is lighter. So your swing arm is going to be lighter, which is a lot easier to manage for your suspension and everything else as you go over bumps and stuff like that. So even though the shock is heavier, it's going to perform a lot better just because of the construction. And also having a thicker rod at the bottom is a little bit more stable because this is an outdated suspension type.
That's very cool. Now, we just pushed out the inner bushing, the inner sleeve of the bushing. The only reason we did it is because we're going to press out this bushing and put a smaller one in here, smaller ID one in there, so that it fits properly. But for now, we said, hey, let's put it on, right? So.
Yeah, so right now we're just mocking everything up. It's going to look nice to have some stuff on the bike. So definitely not safe to do when you're riding it, but just to put the bike physically together. That's our plan of attack.
So, what is it, Dan?
I haven't the slightest.
All right.
I'm hoping it's not something that I shouldn't be cutting open.
I hope it's frickin' sharper blades. Dan's been using these. He got these for his first Holy Communion when he was 10, and he's been using the same damn ones since.
You could see all of the, it's like a tree ring.
Yeah.
See how old it is? You could see all the notches for how old the knife is.
Dendrochronology, I think they call that, is it? The study of tree rings. Well, that knife is
You must
so
be a
blunt.
hit at parties.
I'm not, I don't know why. Shut up and open it, Dan. What do we have?
Oh wait, no, that's me.
This is a cool lap that he has. Look at this.
Look at this, yeah. Kurozono. Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool. Alright, enough of that. Open it up.
What?
These are the rear sets. Bearings. Runner bearings.
Alright, so in here we have our claspy bits. We have some sort of screw-based thingamajig.
I think the first ones, I think they're the bearings.
They don't look like bearings because they have a fastener here to grip.
Oh, sorry.
So they're a stop or...
I thought there was bearings in them, I'm sorry.
This looks like either an adjuster or just some sort of aesthetic thing. We'll figure it out when we put it together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super excited to take a look at this because this is what my foot goes on.
Drum roll, please. That looks cool.
That is black to match the rest of the bike.
It's actually nicely machined, and they're nice and short.
Look at that, man.
Very cool, huh?
It's really nicely done. There. And then here's the
Nice.
the thingy. Oh, that looks sharp.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Super sharp.
Nice. With those little touches with the spot color on the rear shocks and all that, it's gonna look good.
It's gonna look super.
And we got them AliExpress. AliExpress.
AliExpress.
$50.
Oh my god.
So nothing wrong with that. We need to get the linkage. So that's the aluminum, and we'll probably go for just bright aluminum, with the threaded rod in between and the little bearings, then screw-in bearings for each side. So, but it'll be cool. It's looking like a cafe racer. Okay, it's not. But it's looking like not just a frame anymore, which is good.
The frame with some bike attached.
Look at these fins. Look at these. You could play a song on these. Watch this. Beautiful, beautiful. We have these bad boys on, and you'll notice earlier we pulled out the inner sleeve. Do you call it a sleeve? I think you call it a sleeve. Inner sleeve of the bushing, but we popped that out just so we could put them in place. We're going to get new bushing and sort that out. Our engine, because it's been here in the garage for a little while now, even though it's nicely painted, it needs to be just dusted. So we'll get
needs a quick blast down the street, up and down.
We'll get the air compressor out, we'll give it a shot, or else we'll take it for a ride.
That's right, we need to finish the seat.
Oh, damn. See, you couldn't leave us with this, could you? Give us this win. All right. No, we're doing well. We're getting there. You know, it's great to see it. Like,
almost makes it worth it.
it makes it worth it. The gold accent already, good choice. Starting to look good. The swing arm already with this, it's starting to look beefy. Mm-hmm. I think maybe it's just because we're so used to seeing it without it at the moment.
Once the skinny vintage tires go on, it won't look beefy.
But it'll look vintage, it'll look good. Engine's looking nice. Man, it's so much easier to get into the frame than the CB750. It just went in. But anyways, great. So obviously we've still got a ton of work to do, but this is a major win. Also, John, if you're watching, John has been a legend. He's after helping us out with a really cool mod for the taillight that we got. If you remember in one of the previous episodes, I'll put a link up. We mounted, when we were fabricating here, we actually mounted in the taillight that Dan got. And it's got an incandescent bulb in there, like a 2-core bulb or 2-element bulb. John reached out to us in the comments and he's like, hey, I had one of these bulbs, or one of these taillights, they're really good, but the bulb and the cradle and everything is a little bit lacking. And I did this really cool mod with it. And he sent us all the details for it, which is awesome. But on top of that, what's even better is that he said, hey, I've got an extra cradle and bulb and some wiring, I'll wire it up and I'll send it to you guys. What kind of wiring colors do you want? He's an absolute legend. John, if you're watching, huge thank you. He's gonna mail them to us, so massive thanks for that. Thanks for everybody who's been commenting along, helping us out, recommending parts, telling us to keep away from parts. We had some really cool stuff on the paint last week with a few questions on the paint. Yeah, we're not sure. We're going to be your guinea pigs on this one. We've heard a lot of people saying really good things, However, it was mentioned in the comments just last week actually, you know, how's it going to react to gasoline? And the answer to that is,
We'll find out.
we'll see. We've heard great stuff. I had somebody on Reddit actually say that they have this on a KZ750 and they've had it on for 3 years and that, and no chips, no problem. So we'll see. Even my powder coating has chips on it, so we'll see. But thanks a lot for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We've got a lot of work to do on this. We've to get the electrical going back on, get that steering stem in. We've got an episode on the rims and wheels coming up for you, so you'll hopefully enjoy that one. Also, we got to clean the carbs and wire it back up and finish the seat and get it going again. So, but it's looking well. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe and see you next week.